I don't understand why we're all of a sudden even more entrenched in these discussions. Of the 650 sightings reported to the department, some included these silver or metallic orbs, no signs of life. Why is there no answer from the Pentagon about what they are?
Well, thanks for having me. The government cannot ignore these objects because they are detected by multiple sensors, and they could pose a national security threat if they are produced by adversaries. But there is another reason to consider them, and that's from the point of view of science, whether they came from an extraterrestrial origin. That's what brings me to the subject. And of course, the work of government is complementary to the work of science. If it turns out that even one of these objects is from outside of Earth, that would be of the most important discovery that humanity ever made. But most of them are probably human-made or natural, so we have to figure it out. And my goal is to help government in doing so. But we established already an observatory on Harvard University property, and we are monitoring the sky. We'll make copies of this observatory in the coming months.
But you mentioned whether they came from a foreign nation, not necessarily a Martian or outer space entity, but like the Chinese spy balloon, something that came across that could be a threat to our security. What is the likelihood that more of these objects are actually test runs for foreign governments to try to see if they could invade the U.S.?
Oh, the Director of National Intelligence already in the report to Congress last year noted that about half of these objects appear to be nearly spherical, probably balloons. I would argue that most of them are probably human-made. We just need to figure out where they came from. But from a scientific point of view, it's sufficient to have one object that is not from this Earth for this entire endeavor to be worthwhile. From the government perspective, we have to figure it out because, we want to know if other nations have technologies that are superior to ours.
Avi, I am a very good listener. I have sharp ears. I heard you say most of these are human-made. Do you really, really believe that some of these were made by life outside of humans?
You see, science is not about belief. Science is about evidence and data. And I'm agnostic. I don't want to have a prejudice so that I will not be proven wrong before we collect the data. And we know already that out of the 4 objects that came into the solar system discovered over the past decade, 3 of them did not look like the space rocks that we had seen before in the solar system. So that's what intrigues me. And I will continue to collect data with the Galileo project at Harvard University until we figure it out. And the data will be open to the public because we are using off-the-shelf sensors. Nothing is classified, the way science is done.
Now, I know that you said most of the objects are human-made, but I'm just curious to know if they've done tests on all of them to make sure they're human-made. We want to actually get out live to Texas because the Starship is scheduled to launch any second now. We're within probably 26 seconds of the launch time scheduled. Oh, it's right here on our screen. It looks like they've increased it to 36 and counting right now. I want to get your highlights or your information about this. I mean, this Starship is the largest rocket ever created by man to leave the Earth's atmosphere if it's successful. The world's biggest rocket, SpaceX, with this innovation. And I think we just want to see if they're actually, oh, of course, they're scheduling a hold. It happens all the time. It's very rare that a launch goes exactly according to time, isn't it?
Yeah, because it depends on many factors, whether everything operates the way they want it. But indeed, this is a big milestone in space exploration because the idea is to have a reusable craft that will make sending equipment to space much cheaper than it was in the past. This is a big object that we are sending, SpaceX is sending, but it's still smaller than the first interstellar object that was reported to enter the solar system. That was the size of a football field. And it's quite possible, that there is another extraterrestrial technological civilization that was able to launch something even bigger than Starship. But we are making our way. You know, we had only 1 century of science and technology development, and we have a lot to be proud of. But we could also learn from a smarter kid on our cosmic block.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.